9 and 4. Welcome to the library. I, as always, am the recorder. Today, I'm here to cover the state of the realms, and to not only discuss the channel, the Realms of Jam'mar in general, but a bit about the goings-on behind the scenes as well. I do hope all my perceptive patrons and regular visitors are doing well as circumstances will allow, with bigger and better things on each of your horizons. For those watching this in the future, this is being recorded in mid-December 2022, and as such I hope all are also having a wonderful holiday season, no matter where and how you are celebrating. As was announced during the Tales wrap-up for Series 3, I have been on a content creation break since the release of the Tales thus far for Series 3. And while normally that would merely mean I was not publishing entries, while still trying to work on them in the background, I made a promise that I would not even do that, and actually endeavor to try to relax and recover from my efforts of the last year and change. Beyond the channel trailer that was recently released, and again, thank you to Mad Ducks for your contribution and help with that. A link to his channel will be in the description again. Since the release of the Tales thus far for Series 3, I have more or less kept my word, and have been trying to unwind and recharge for the efforts to come. This does not mean nothing at all has been going on behind the scenes, of course, and as such, I am pleased to announce that the ability to more directly support not only the channel, but the greater aims and goals of the realms is now available for those that wish to contribute. More on that in a bit. But let us first talk about where the realms are heading. I have been looking into the possibilities of bringing in others to help with the creation of future content for the channel and the realms. Finding artists to work with for improved visual assets, additional voices to help bring the tales and their characters into a more easily recognizable individuals and stories. Perhaps even one or two folks with musical and audio talent to help elevate the content to a point that the Realms of Jam'mar warrants and deserves. So far as the channel's content is concerned, I would like to elevate the tales to a level close to that of an audio drama, with vocals, scoring, and other such details worked in. While this is not completely beyond my skill set, my ability to do so is both lacking in its refinement as well as its efficiency. Looking for collaborators that are far more skilled in those areas, that are also eager to create something of quality, seems the wiser route to pursue, as I nonetheless attempt to do what I can to improve each and every entry and tale as I can. Now, for the more lore and history related entries, these most likely will see far more incremental and subtle improvements, as art and other assets are accrued. This also allows for me to have more focus and time on the quality of the tales, as well as the ability to keep some regular content flowing. As you might expect, this is a process that's going to take time and resources. And while I have been curating a list of individuals I wish to work with and to reach out to, much of this effort has been put on hold while the more boring and mundane logistical matters are being dealt with. Part of these matters are the preparations to try and ensure that the Realms of Jam'mar is capable of growing in the ways and directions that it has always been envisioned to. To be quite blunt, the Realms of Jam'mar has never been intended to be only a series of videos on the internet. The vast array of other mediums in which the realms can thrive has always been sets of eventualities to be pursued. While things are certainly not at that point quite yet, in laying the groundwork for the channel, I am trying to ensure that those goals are kept in mind and the opportunities left open. Thusly, if you happen to be a developer, author, studio, or the like, and you are looking for a setting that can tell stories in nearly any genre and in nearly any medium, don't hesitate to reach out to me with your vision and ideas, and let us see what we can create and bring to the wider world together. Be it in the form of a game, book, comic, or other form of performance or medium, the Realms of Jam'mar is a wellspring of material and characters to be explored and enjoyed in many ways and by hopefully many people. Moving now from aspirations to realities, I am pleased to announce that options for those that wish to further support the growth of the realms are now available. These options are, of course, purely voluntary, and while there will be content created exclusively for supporters, the vast majority of content coming out will remain easily accessible for no cost. Furthermore, I ask that if you are considering supporting, please ensure that you are comfortable in your own situation before supporting. While I am humbled by the support that has been shown so far, I do not wish for anyone to lend their financial aid if it comes at the cost of your personal comfort or financial security. If you are able and willing to do so, Gryphon'sLibrary.locals.com is where I have chosen to make my primary and central fundraising platform, as well as the primary point of interaction with you and others similarly interested in the realms. This is for a few reasons. Their policies regarding data ownership and free speech, as well as resistance to cancellation and the creator-centric position taken by Locals.com, are among the leading reasons for this choice. Gryphon'sLibrary.locals.com will be where exclusive peeks behind the curtain will be posted, including a live stream every week going over not only the realms as it is now, but where it is heading in the months to come. Locals will also be the place where supporters can meet and discuss the realms with each other and interact with myself in a direct way in those discussions. Even if you are not able or willing to lend your financial support, I strongly encourage you to become a free member of my Locals community to keep up to date with any news concerning the realms. Locals will be where all announcements and updates regarding the realms will be posted and visible to both paying and free members of the community. Whereas the only announcements that will be made on the channel from now on will pertain directly to the channel and its content. Local supporters will also get the first say to queries I may pose, be it asking about favorite storylines or the subjects to next be explored, and will also be where one can directly vote on upcoming matters. For example, a story arc that will be guided by the votes and suggestions of the viewers may see my local supporters getting to vote on broader matters first, before the wider audience is polled to vote on the details, or vice versa. I intend to make sure that each of my supporters feel as if they are receiving value for their support, as it will be that very support that is required for the realms to grow. Art, music, and voice assets for entries to come will all be determined by the amount of support that's able to come in. I want to be able to make each release better than the last, and with your support, that is exactly what I intend to do. At $4 a month for basic membership, you will not only be able to see any and all content that is posted on Locals, you will also be able to interact and comment on that content, as well as post your own thoughts and critiques in your own threads. I aim to be able to reach each and every one as respond to them as well, just as I do on the comments to my entries so far. For $9 a month, you will be able to, beyond everything just stated, directly message me via Locals. And that will be the most reliable way to communicate with me as a fan and supporter in a private forum, with a guarantee of a response as soon as I get to it. Usually within a few hours, a day at the most, hopefully. Again, most content will be open to all members, while things such as some live streams, blooper clips, and preview materials may only be accessible to my perceptive paying patrons. In the case of newly acquired assets or other works in progress, this will almost always be the case. This is to thank those that are going to enable me to commission such work for their support by giving them glimpses into what that support is going towards. For live streams, I am intending for a mix of supporters only and free to watch. Links for that, as well as a Patreon established for those that would like to support at a higher level, will be included in the description of this video and all entries in the future. Please note, however, that only those that support via locals.com will have access to the most exclusive content offered, and for less than half of what the lowest Patreon tier available is. There is going to be no direct benefit for those that support only via Patreon, and this is intentional, as I would much rather see my supporters on Locals, where I know that both my content is in my own hands, as well as my belief that I can best serve and interact with my supporters there. The Patreon is meant for those that are already a local subscriber and wish to further show their support, without any desire for any special treatment or recognition for such great generosity, beyond my deepest thanks and humblest gratitude. Moving on to the matters of content and its release schedule. It has become clear to me that trying to continue to release 2 entries a week, while also trying to improve the quality of those very entries, is just not working out the way that I would like, and thus changes must be made, the exact details of which are still being worked on. However, there are a few concrete points that I can relate at this time. The first of which is that content will be starting back up after the beginning of the year. Trying to coordinate with others while people are celebrating the holidays is not the most efficient of tasks, nor should it be. I'd rather let the holidays be enjoyed by all, and as such have chosen not to rush the start of Series 4. Our next point concerns the platforms on which content will be released in future. This is a matter of some import, due to the fact that I am going to be making Rumble.com the primary point of release for future content. What this means is that all library content will be on Rumble, with only some or partial content making its way to YouTube. The exact details of this have not been solidified as of yet, but the reasons for this change are in relation to being resistant to platform-based interference and cancellation. YouTube has proven itself at best inconsistent, if not actively biased in how they relate to their creators and the issues that they encounter. From false flagging, other abuses of various reporting systems, combined with their consistent lack of clarity, make YouTube a difficult place in which to trust completely with my life's work. Having seen multiple creators, large and small, across several radically different fields of content and style, all explain and in many cases show the receipts and defects of YouTube's current environment, over the year and change that I have been an active content creator myself, has made this, unfortunately, and undeniably clear to me. With that said, I feel I have covered everything I am confident talking about at this point. To sum things up, content will return after the first of the year. Rumble will be the new primary platform for the library, with some content still being published to YouTube, of course. All announcements, previews, as well as exclusive access to the Realms and the library can now be found via Gryphon'sLibrary.locals.com for free, with additional content going to become available to those that choose to become perceptive patrons there. As always, I want to know your thoughts, so please comment them below. This is a massive step in my efforts to bring the Realms of Jam'mar to an ever-widening audience, and I am so humbled and glad that you are along for this journey. Thank you. If you could share these videos around to friends and family that might be interested in the Realms of Jam'mar, as always, I would be forever grateful. More to come after New Year's on all platforms. Until then, by the 9 and 4, be well, take care of yourselves and each other. If you'd like to contribute to the further exploration and explanation of the realms, please consider leaving a comment, a like, and sharing the video around. I read all the comments and make efforts to reply to each. Thank you for helping to grow the channel, and know I look forward to each and every one of your comments. Other methods of support can be found in the channel's description. Thank you for watching,